In this video, I want to have a look at something called the fundamental counting principle. So what the fundamental counting principle says is this. It says if one event can happen in A different ways, so A is just a number, if a second event can happen in B different ways, and a third event can happen in C different ways, so we've got numbers for A, B, and C, then these successive events can happen in A times B times C different ways. So what that means is if we know the number of possible outcomes at each stage in an event, then we can find the total number of outcomes in the event as a whole by multiplying the number of outcomes at each step. So, for example, let's have a look. Say we're at a restaurant and they have 6 possible entrees to choose from. They have 12 possible main dishes, and then they have 4 desserts that you can choose from. So we want to know the total possible number of ways you could order a meal. So we've got 6 entrees. For each of those 6 entrees, you could pick 12 different main meals. And for each of those options that we've got so far, we could add on 4 different desserts. So the total number of different meal plans that we could order would be 6 times 12 times 4, which would give us 336. So you have 336 different arrangements of your meal. All right, let's have a look at something a little bit different. Say we're deciding on a number plate. So a number plate, if we go with the ones that have 3 letters and 3 numbers. So we're looking specifically at number plates that have 3 letters followed by 3 numbers. So each of those letters has 26 possible options because we can repeat the letter. So we can have A. So we've got 26 options for our first letter, 26 options for our second letter, 26 options for our third letter. Our numbers, we've got 0 in there as well. So there's 10 different digits we could pick for each of those numbers. Now we could simplify that down. We could just write it as 26 cubed times 10 cubed. And that would tell us that we have a possible 17,576,000 different license plates, number plates, with that combination of 3 letters followed by 3 numbers. All right, one more example. So we've got 4 friends, and those 4 friends go to the movies together, and they're assigned 4 seats that they have to sit in, but they can sit in them in whatever order we want. Well, we want to have a look at how many different ways they could sit in those 4 seats. So in our first seat, we could have any of those 4 people sit in it. Once that person's sitting down, though, we've got 3 seats left and we've only got 3 people. So that means our second seat, we have 3 options for who sits there. In our third seat, we've only got 2 people left, so we've got 2 options for who sits in that one. And in our final seat, well, there's only 1 person left. So there are 4 options for who sits in the first seat, 3 for the second, 2 for the third, and just 1 person left at the end. So the total possible arrangements for how those sit in those 4 seats, we'd multiply this together. So 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 would be 24. So there's 24 possible different orders that those 4 friends could sit in. So it's an introduction to the fundamental counting principle.